Okay, this is called the Great Western Trail. I don't know why I call that. Most locals call this Relay Ridge, and we're going to start at the bottom of Relay Ridge. Now, I couldn't figure out how to get over this little gully, so I rode my bike down to the bottom of this road, and then I had to bushwhack across this little ravine to get across. And then I picked up a good single track, which worked really well going up this way. I was able to ride no problem. It was a gradient, but it was definitely rideable. Now, once I got to this little ridge here, then going down here was definitely not rideable. It was kind of steep. Going up here, the four-wheelers and the motorcycles just chewed this up, so it was nasty. This was all hike-a-bike all the way up to here. But once I got to the saddle, then this is the key part. This is the beautiful ridge ride with views sweeping on either side. It was absolutely fantastic. So this was my favorite part. In fact, it was worth admission. And I turned around here and head back, and it was once again absolutely beautiful and gorgeous and really nice. Going down the edge here was also a bit doable. It was fine. But once I started going into the gully here, once again, the motorcyclists have chewed it up so much that it was extremely challenging. Now, going up this little bit here right in a second, this was the hardest part. I could barely push the bike and the flies were absolutely attacking me. But once I got to the top here, this was all joy coming down, and I found a way to cut across over to the road rather than having to bushwhack again. And that made it much, much better. Okay, so this was beautiful and cool and all that, but here's the problem. This is about 25 miles of gravel road to get there, which took about an hour and 15 minutes. And you may say that's a long way to ride, but I got to say this is really beautiful stuff. This is over White Owl Ridge and then over towards Green Canyon. And it was beautiful in its own right. I think I got to come back here on a gravel bike and just ride these roads. They go on, and they're really nice. And the gravel's not too chunky, very, very rideable. You can actually go at a pretty fair speed in your car. It looks like I'm going 100 miles an hour, but I think I'm going closer to 20 or 25. But it's really an enjoyable drive. Now, the interesting thing is once I crossed over into the Forest Service roads, then it was no longer gravel, and then it was just dirt. And that's when you realize the wisdom that the county has in putting gravel all over the place, because it drains. And because it drains, there aren't these really deep ruts. And most of the time you can drive through it pretty quick, but oftentimes you just have to tiptoe and just kind of make your way over it. And it's really a pain, and you're constantly concerned about damaging your vehicle or coming across something that you can't just drive over. Well, here we go. And this apparently is a trail. Okay, we're doing a little hike-a-bike, trying to cross this little ravine, and this will be a lot easier. It's just a hike without the bike part. See the trail? Neither do I. But the way is down, because there is a proper trail on the other side that I verified. Maybe on the way back I can find an easier way. Okay, I gotta cross the ravine, just gotta cross a little stream, and then up we go to get to the trail, and then maybe I can mount and actually ride this thing. Otherwise it's kind of a dead weight. Oh, looky there. We got it pretty with the meadow and the trail and the streams and the tall trees and the flowers. I'm just loving this trail. Kind of ducks through the trees and busts out into a meadow. It's very pretty. Oh, here the trail goes into the aspens a little bit. That's pretty and fun. Here we are at the top of something. What? I'm not really sure. I don't know if you can see from this footage, but this is just about the limit of what's rideable. My front tire is at a limit of traction. The back tire is skidding periodically. It's really soft. I'm hoping to keep things upright, but this is a bit dicey. I can't even turn the GoPro off. Have to wait a minute. Oh, this ridge has just got a tremendous view. Look at this. That's pretty. Wow, I feel like I'm on top of the world. So nice. Single track is looking good. look at this view. You can see the Tetons and the Driggs side, and look over here, you can see the Idaho side. What a fantastic view. So that was not the ride that I expected. Way more hike-a-bike than I thought. Basically, it's a motorcycle trail, better for that than for a mountain bike, but the views were great.